Hi everyone, welcome to Neil Reviews It Classics. Here's the theme song.
Neil reviews it. What is it? It's the thing that Neil reviews. Neil reviews it. That is, if he doesn't screw it up.
Okay folks, Neil Reviews It Classics. Today's gonna be the first installment of Neil Reviews It Classics. I don't know if I'm gonna call it Kung Fu Theater or some variation of that. I'll end up having a name for it when I have a couple of them. We'll end up putting them in a playlist together. I might redo either the thumbnail or the intro, or neither, just putting it on the playlist and then whatever I do going forward. But I'm a big fan of the genre. Not even the genre, I like a good choreographed fight sequence. I'm a huge fan of the show Into the Badlands. I thought that was choreographed incredibly well. The fight scenes were so fun to watch. So it brought me back a little bit to some of the stuff I liked growing up, and I wanted to revisit some of those to see if they were as good as I remembered, and some of the ones that I saw along the way. So today we're going to discuss the movie Gymkata, 1980 something. Gymnastics got really big in the US in the early 80s. I think it was because Mary Lou Retton beat the Soviets, and it was in the midst of the Cold War, and for some reason we just really liked it here. And they tried to make an action hero out of Kurt Thomas, I think was his name. He's a pretty charismatic, young, handsome gymnast for the US. And they put him in this movie, Gymkata. They wrote a movie just for him. No one else. I don't recognize a single soul in that movie. And he just runs around this foreign country using gymnastics to beat people up. That's really it. It's so simple. As with a lot of these movies, I guess, they're all pretty simple. They're all pretty simple in story. It's, you're watching it for the fight scenes. So, in this movie, this guy, he gets asked by, I guess it's a CIA guy. He says, hey, the character's name is Jonathan Cavity. He says, hey, John, I need you to enter this competition and win it. It's the game. You have to enter the game and win it, because the winner gets to... We needed to monitor satellites, and this is the center of... It's somewhere in the Middle East, so it's geographically perfect location. It's a geographically perfect location to spy on Russian satellites or something. It's a made-up country. It was called Parmistan. It's just so... It's really bad and corny. The fight scenes are horrible. First of all, they make it seem like everywhere you go, there's parallel bars or uneven bars. The guy's just walking around doing gymnastics. And there's one fight scene where they're in the town square, And there's just a pommel horse in the middle of the town square. There's a pommel horse in the middle of town square. No, there isn't. There's never been a town square with a pommel horse in the middle of the square. Not once in any town square. And he's just on the pommel horse, just kicking people. The easiest thing to do to defeat him would to just not walk into his feet. It's really just, it's an outrageously bad film. It is horrible. There's a princess that he's in, and like all the escalations too are just like, of course there is. So the guy who runs the game, he's, you know, he wants to make this year's the bloodiest. And then of course, the guy who runs it, he's the guy who's gonna marry the princess, but the princess is in love with Jonathan Cabot. Dude. And then there's like, just when you think all things can't get worse, like one of the bad guys, like one of the ninja-looking characters, you know, all the bad guys are wearing ninja outfits. One of the ninjas reveals himself, and it's Jonathan Cabot's dad, who he thought died playing the game 20 years ago. He was like, son, I knew you'd be here. You'd make it. He's like hiding out in this place for 20 years, undercover, waiting for his son to come play the game. And like, saves his life. And then as he saves his life, he gets murdered. And he's like, Dad! And that's it. It's a wrap. Wrap on Jonathan Cabot's father. It's so corny, man. The fight scenes are not good. I felt like when I was recalling it, I felt like this is the movie that started the parkour movement, because this is the way he integrated gymnastics with running around, jumping around and stuff. But it's not. It's he doesn't really do much of that. It's really just he climbs a rope fast, and then he shimmies across a canyon fast. Wow, it's really... I wanted it to be good. Yeah, for fun, I mean, it's a kung fu movie, so it's fun. I'll give it a skull bobblehead for fun. Yeah, I'll give it a skull bobblehead for fun. And for story, I mean, it's the worst thing on the world. So it's a pile of clothes going to Goodwill for story. Yeah, I don't recognize anybody in the film. I've never seen any of them before or again. I don't know what happens to Kurt Thomas. It's not. Like, share, subscribe, comment. Nice comments only, please. The Patreon, 7 inches available, digitally and on vinyl. Shirts, come see me live. Buy a shirt. All sorts of stuff. We got everything you want. What do you want? You want a podcast? We got it. You want sketches? They're here. You want stand-up comedy? Come see me live. These silly reviews, right where you're looking. Yeah, I really appreciate everything. Thank you so much for enjoying.
You refuse it.